I'm going to try and have this as unedited as possible. Okay. It was my birthday yesterday. Technically, birthday today. I'm extending it because I worked yesterday as well. So
birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend. So Rana was like, yo, it's your birthday week. So, and I'm going away for like a few days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Charlie's taking me somewhere that I still don't know where we're going.
What an absolute queen she is, taking you away.
She's so cute. It's so crazy. We've had like our birthdays, even though like I don't celebrate birthdays, right? I don't enjoy celebrating birthdays because the idea of people buying me things makes me feel guilty. So like something that I did this year or tried to do this year, I think I successfully got Phil to do it. But like I got Phil to give money to charity instead. And also I got like a little t-shirt out of it as well. That made me feel nice really quickly. Your headphones are picking me up.
Damn it. Sorry. Let me just...
I'm a loud bitch.
I'm sorry. I'm really deaf, so I have to have you really loud.
I'm really loud. It's fine.
And I'm really deaf, which is why this friendship works.
If we ever had a podcast studio, like an actual studio, we would be the worst people for recording ever.
No, I feel like it would be you and Charlie, because like Charlie, bless her, has the quietest voice ever. So her mic has to be super like if it's super loud, so that but it often just picks you up in the next room.
100%. And like that's the crazy thing. When we used to do streams and stuff, and Charlie used to be a meter, like an arm's reach behind me. Yes, of course it would come through all the time. And I was like, oh, you know, it sucks, but that's what it is. That's the living situation. When we moved here and I was like, yeah, you're an entire room apart from me. And it's not like this is a small room. This is a living room space. And then she's in the guest bedroom and you can still hear me as if I was literally next to her sometimes.
Look, honestly, I love it. Especially because...
It's like the echo of laughter.
Yeah, especially if you're working and then you're laughing at something that you're editing and I'm just talking to Charlie. It's my favorite thing. It's like,
I forget that comes out.
I'm like, I'm glad Chloe's having a good time.
Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Well, hi, Phoebe.
Hi, Chloe. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I forgot how we even started recording before I said about coming through on your headphones. I forgot what I was talking about.
I forgot what you were talking about, too. I'm a great friend.
But it was my birthday. Yay. I'm 31 now. I'm depressed.
Is that related?
I'm just always depressed. But no, like everyone always said that like life begins when you're 30. And I feel like I'm over the halfway point now. I don't know about you. I just look, don't give me that look, right?
Life does not even when I 60. You don't even get your pension yet. You can't even retire yet. Gotta make it to 70 so you can at least get some of the pension money.
What pension money? I don't think I've had a pension for at least like 6 or 7 years now. Anyway, listen. Phoebe's going into a crisis.
Chloe, you should sort out a pension, please. Thank you.
I should. Anybody who knows me listening to this, don't panic. I'm sure everything will be fine. Or I'll be dead before then, so it's fine. Right.
So
now,
last week, I got replaced. I'm not sure how I feel about it, if I'm honest. Like, I was genuinely... We haven't spoken to each other in like 2 weeks because we've been busy and I've been away and shits and giggles and all that. And I was listening to the podcast genuinely for the first time on a train back from London and actually just like giggling away at bot versions of us.
I have to stress as well, because I had a few people ask me about whether like I had written what they were reading out. And like to stress, I was using ChatGTP. Like everything that the bots discussed was the bots coming up with these like ideas and just, well, fucking strange things that they got fixated on. They love cake and they love Phil.
Apparently, like, I really love stand-up comedy.
You love stand-up comedy.
I just love and you should.
To be fair, obviously all of it comes from like the backgrounds that I wrote for both of them. And your background, I think the reason that yours seemed to derail everything into a stand-up routine was because I told it that Phoebe needed to be the embodiment of Michael Scott from The Office. And apparently that seemed to just take like, comedy queen, great, we'll go for it. I hardly know her.
I mean, that bit was really accurate. Actually.
I hardly know, like the fucking random, remember, I hardly know her.
Chef's kiss, spot on. My favorite was like, it did your sigh. Like you just did that sigh. It kind of did your sigh. And I was like, oh.
It kept stuttering in the middle of your sentences. It would stutter, and I would literally be like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Like, because that wasn't in the writing. Like, ChatGPT would give me a normal sentence. I would give that to 11 Labs, and then it would just create whatever it created. And for whatever reason, it would do like the weird stutters, pauses, or like the noise, and it would just be like, "Where are you getting this information from?"
But like, it's like, it is really creepy. That bit was just like, yeah, I do that.
that I normally, like, as well, listener, I normally cut that sort of stuff out of the podcast because I'm like, you know, we have a lot of pauses between stuff. We have a lot of thoughts, right? And I cut out the dead air, or I cut out like any time that we repeat sentences or what have you. And this is going to be completely unedited. But the fact that the bots were picking that up from the edited versions, because I didn't give them the raw audio like files to learn the voices. I gave them the edited podcast. So I don't even know where the sighs and the stutters came from.
Wow. Well,
it's horrifying.
So we're being replaced.
I tell you what, Phoebe.
Yes,
Phoebe
CLO.
instead. So later on today, so yesterday was my birthday, the 5th of August. Today's the 6th. We're celebrating today. In a bit, we're going to be playing like a little game show that I've made with a bunch of our friends. And Phoebe is a main character. I say a main character, a side character of the quiz, right? And I've had to have Phoebe record some. It's like a round of guessing the famous Disney character or the famous video game character. And I've taken quotes from characters and given it to Phoebe. And I want to release them somewhere because like it's so unhinged. Like if you think the podcast was unhinged with like some of the laughter that came out, and some of the weird shit that Phoebe has created, I can't wait for you to hear it. I really can't.
Oh man, I'm really excited for the quiz, mostly because I don't know if you noticed this from the last podcast I actually did with you. I'm a bit competitive, and if I know the answer, I want to say it.
No? I didn't notice that, Quest Dragon. Mount Quiet.
I like how I'm gonna out you here, but like Chloe made me seem nicer than I actually was because she cut out more of the bits where I was like getting really frustrated with her. So like she toned me down. I'm horrible. I don't know why she continuously wants to hang out with me. I'm not a nice person.
You're fucking hilarious. I love it. It was so good. I only cut that down because of like how long some of the things were. I was like, I'm not gonna have like a 6-minute round of where I was sat there being like, I
really appreciated it because I was like, I do not seem as much of an asshole as I know I was. It's like,
no, it was good.
Are you like, see, I'm really easy to wind up. Like, it's so easy to wind me up that it's actually painful for me in my daily life. And I'm aware that I could just be chill about it, but I don't know how to be chill. There is no chill here. Are you?
I feel like I have like a long fuse. But it depends, because it's like, I love that that's kind of my catchphrase, by the way, that it depends. But it does really depend, because if it's something that's really close to home, I have a short fuse. and I will fly off the handle. But when it comes to like little annoyances or grievances, like I feel like I can let a lot of things just pass. But hey, it's like I always say to you, it's loosey-goosey, right? You gotta just live life with a bit of lube, because it just you gotta do a slip and slide, right?
Life with a bit of lube. Chloe Ashtari, 2023.
Well, you can't, because if you take everything so serious all the time, you're just gonna have like, I don't know, it's gonna feel like sandpaper. Rough.
I'm very aware. My aunt always says, like, she's always like, you are a very serious baby. Like, even as a baby, you were really serious. You're such a serious person. Like,
what makes a serious baby?
Honestly,
did you just have like a permanent frown?
I'll show you some pictures. I was a very serious looking baby. Like, I look like I am about to like interview you for a job position that I don't think you're equipped for. Like, I'm about to tear you down a peg.
There's a really stern look. Oh dear. Well, weirdly, this kind of segues weirdly into what I wanted to tell you about, because I can tell a story that leads into this, right? Because when I was a child, I was extremely trusting and untrusting of people around me. My parents, when they brought me up, used to teach me about how to say goodnight to people. They would kiss me on the forehead. So I learned that as if someone wanted to say goodnight or goodbye, I would just thrust my forehead at people, right? I don't know what, it's literally the way that my body interpreted it. So if I saw people in the supermarket that I vaguely recognized, I used to hurtle myself towards them like a Sonic character or some shit, and just head first into danger. And when I was younger, I used to do that on the playground, and I hurtled myself towards someone at one point, but they were shorter than me. Hard to believe, I know. And their head went straight into my mouth, right?
Wait, their head?
And their head, the top of their head hit my teeth.
Right, I'm with you.
Right? From that, I have a massive chip that is out of the front, like my front right tooth has a massive indent in it. And I don't remember if we actually spoke about this on the podcast or not, because it's been 2 weeks. And I think it was 2 weeks ago that I had this happen. I can't remember.
I don't think we did talk about it, because I think it happened off poddy, like just in between that time. Literally in between.
So apologies if you have heard this. I can't remember. It's only been like, 8 episodes in total of the podcast, and I could be retelling stories here. So forgive me. But that chip that has forever been with me since child finally cracked in the vertical way. So like the chip goes horizontally across the middle of my front tooth. The tooth has now cracked vertically from the bottom to the gum line. And I kind of freaked out about it. Like, dentists have always said to me, like, hey, one point in your life, half that chip is just going to fall off. You're going to have half a tooth. And at that point, we will sort it out for you. I know. It's fucking like so worst scary. Nightmare shit. Do you ever have like the dreams of like your teeth falling out?
Yes. Yes, all the time.
Yeah. So when that chip vertically went, I was like, fuck, I need to go to a dentist. So I went to the dentist. The woman was like, yo, it's fine. Don't panic too much about it. It is going to, it is going to crack, but we can do stuff about it. Like, you've caught it early. So let's take care of it before it gets painful. So I've had to like get this whole thing about whether I want to go for fucking a veneer tooth, like the full proper fake tooth, have my tooth filed down to a point like a shark, and then get like a fake tooth put on, which is like £1,000 or something crazy just for the one tooth. Or I can have like composite bonding, which is what I'm going to go for, which is basically like a little bit of fake tooth that they stick on top.
Oh,
like they keep your tooth there.
£1,000 for a tooth.
Yeah.
The tooth fairy has been fucking doing us over. Doing us fucking over.
Doing us dirty all those years. They only give us like what? The £1? How much did you get?
Yeah, it was £1. Just £1 back
was it
in my
£1?
day, yeah.
Why was that like an untold thing amongst parents?
I think it really depended on it really depended on your parents, because I definitely like the posh kids at like my class got like fivers and stuff, where they'd get presents from the Tooth Fairy, and the Tooth Fairy would like leave mystical like glitter and stuff, or like a little note to them to tell them like how good they are. Right, I'd have my dad wake me up in the morning and be like, "Look over there," and slip a pound under the pillow and take the tooth, because he forgot to do it whilst I was asleep. Look over there. Absolutely love my dad. He's hilarious.
That's incredible. I love that.
He also did the old thing of like tie it with a piece of string and like tugging it.
Oh my God, my dad did that too.
Yeah.
Did he used to tie it to things? Like my dad would try and tie it to a door.
Yes! Shared trauma. No, it was fun. It was good. Like it
was fun.
My mum was like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Do it, Dad. Do it. It'll be fun."
Exactly. I was the exact same. I was like, yes, let's go.
Sorry, to go back to your story. So it was either a veneer or...
Yeah, composite bonding, which is, it's basically like, instead of filing down the tooth so it would be irreversible, it's just like they put like almost like a shield tooth like on top, so it would still be like a fake tooth, but it would remain everything intact if for whatever reason I did want to get rid of it. I it hasn't completely fallen off in the middle, so it could be that she puts like this fake bit on top and I forever keep both parts of my tooth. I don't know. Weird stuff. Anyway, this has all happened. I haven't had the fake tooth yet. It's going to be like in a couple of weeks from now. But my family are aware of this, and they're aware that I've had this trouble with my tooth for years and what have you. They also know that like I tend to not eat like high citrus or acidic things, because like my dentist used to tell me like, no, don't do this. Because I used to have like 4 oranges a day. And my dentist was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're eroding away your teeth." And I thought I was being like a healthy child and stuff. I go swimming every day and then come home and eat 2 oranges. And then my dentist was like, "Stop this, you fucking insane person." Anyway, so they know this. So my birthday happens, right? My mum's like, "I want to buy you a present." And I'll preface this by saying I love both my parents equally. They're amazing people. And I never want any presents from them because they've done so much for me. I don't expect anything from them. But this year, for some reason, both of them were like, "I want to buy you something." So my mum called me and was like, "Tell me exactly what you want." And I thought, to be nice, you know what? Just get me shortbread biscuits. I got Nan some shortbread for her birthday. She fucking loved it. Give me some shortbread. That'll be fine. Mum was like, "Okay, fine." And then my birthday happens and I got a full pack of mint chocolate truffles.
Yes, the shortbread biscuit.
The shortbread biscuit. But also the one thing that I really don't want to put with my teeth is a lot of sugar and chocolate right now. Like, I was like, okay, this is fine. Like, thank you very much, Mum. You're amazing. Then the opposite, right? So I get mint chocolate truffles from my mum. My dad rings me up on my birthday. "I've got you an electric toothbrush." This is just the difference of my parents.
Maybe your mum thought the mint toothpaste, mint chocolate, almost the same thing. Almost the same thing.
I have to say, like, my parents don't speak to each other. They've been divorced happily for many, many years. They don't speak. I just love that, like, separately, my mum's like, "Yeah, mint chocolate." And dad's like, "I'm going to buy you a toothbrush." But like, not any electric toothbrush. He went into so much detail about, "I'm going to get you the twin head 3D Braun toothbrush. It is a million times better than any other toothbrush you will ever have in your life. I've had 3 of these since I was 20, Chloe. Believe me. I was like, okay, that's fine, Dad. I do have a toothbrush.
So you got commission for this toothbrush?
I don't know. He was just so adamant of like, this is the best thing that's ever going to happen to your mouth. And I was like, this is so weird.
That's
for
not
you
something
to just
you
call
want
me up.
your dad to say to you. On the list of pre-approved father-daughter subjects. That's not on it.
I love my dad. I've got so many stories about my dad one day that we will go through. But yeah. So I just wanted to tell you about like, though that was my day yesterday, was like I had a scheduled call, 10 o'clock with mum, 11 o'clock with dad. And that was the 2 situations that I was met with. Hey, happy 31st. That was my day.
Happy birthday. Nothing says happy birthday like those
chocolate
2 things
and
combined.
That's part of getting older, I guess. That's what happens. For your birthday.
I actually can't bear electric toothbrushes. Hear me out, because they make me sneeze. If I use electric toothbrush,
is it like the sensation?
Yeah, it just makes me sneeze. Like it triggers it triggers a sneezing fit. It's not like just like one sneeze, it's like a whole like I'll be there for ages sneezing. So I for years I would use an electric toothbrush, and then of course, because I'm really allergic to everything anyway, so I was like I didn't relate the 2 things. And then I went back to like a manual I'm like, oh my god, okay. It was the toothbrush.
This is what it was.
This is what it was.
I mean, if it's any consolation, you could always have the mint chocolate, because mint makes me sneeze a lot. Like if I have mint chewing gum, mint toothpaste, or mint chocolate, I will just start sneezing uncontrollably. So you can have my mint chocolate and I'll take the toothbrush.
I got so much flack about that, by the way. So many people told me when I was just like, it doesn't make you sneeze. It does make you sneeze, Phoebe. I'm like, it doesn't make me sneeze.
This is where the whole Google fact check Phoebe came from.
Yes, this and only this. Every other time I've been absolutely correct. Bang on.
Oh dear. I've missed you, buddy. I can't believe it's been like 2 weeks since we actually had a conversation.
We've still got half of Pompoko to watch.
I know, yeah. Wait, have we done like a Studio Ghibli update? I don't think we've done one in a while.
I can't remember if we must have brought it up in the not the last one, but the last one before that. I think we said we watched half of it.
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, well, we watched half of it, lads, and we weren't expecting
traumatized.
It's like one of the only ones I haven't seen is Pompoko, and I'm like, what? This was not what I expected. I was expecting something about like, about environment and like telling you to protect the planet,
deforestation.
Yeah, and it is that, but it's also a lot about balls.
Hey, it made me like understand a little bit more about like some culture that I wasn't familiar with. Like, and that was cool to see. I had no idea that raccoons were like a massive like icon of, what is it, wealth? It's wealth,
Tanuki
right?
pelts used to be used for wallets, so like, and because they have massive balls.
This is the other thing I didn't know.
And
I didn't know that
another
that's
word for a
thing.
ball is a sack, and another word for a wallet is a sack. So big sack equal big coins, much wealth.
So why do we call a rucksack a rucksack then?
Because sack in French is bag, isn't it? I don't know what ruck is. I don't know. I think the sack must come from the French for bag, which is sack.
Okay.
And then ruck probably means like
back, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm gonna look it up.
Google fact check.
Google fact. I'm on the go. What?
We're just start going to get emails from from people that's just let me Google that for you.
Rucksack come from?
Here we go.
It's a German word from the Alpine German dialect, with ruck meaning the back and the sack meaning the large back. So we were right. High five!
Ciao.
I'm taking that as a win for us.
That is a win.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Google.
Yeah, fuck you, Google. We're so smart.
What did you ever give us?
I'm trying to think about if there's any stories I've got to tell you.
You've had some excellent newspaper appearances. I don't know whether you want to.
So like, oh God, no, I don't know if I do. Yeah, so like I'm helping with my work organize like my office's participation in like a kilt walk, which is like a charity walk. It's 20 miles. It's from St. Andrews to Dundee. And, you know, it's all good. It's for charity. And they asked, we're actually like my company that is sponsoring the medals this year. So like we were a representative was asked to come down and like, you know, do some photos and talk to the press and do some interviews. And unfortunately, anyone with any kind of social skills was busy, so I was sent.
You have social skills.
I think
that'd be horrible.
I think
yourself.
that the Phoebe bot like stutters and stammers did not bode well for me and my social skills. Several people kept asking me like, "Oh, you've got like an accent. Like, where are you from?" And I think they expected me to say like a foreign country, and I was just like, "I'm actually just from like up north. Like, I'm from Scotland my whole life."
What did they? What?
I think I must do like a telephone voice when I'm talking to people I don't know very well.
Right.
And I think that sounds a bit like bizarre. But
Interesting.
then Phoebe kind of sounded both Australian and like she was doing a terrible impression of Emma Watson.
Don't listen to like 11 Labs.
Anyway, so we were there and like we were there for like an hour and a half. It was raining, like really chucking it down, very cold. And like I was just in like the company's t-shirt, and it's quite a long t-shirt, and I was like, oh, if I wear it down, it's gonna look all weird and weird and bobbly over my jeans. So I decided on my infinite wisdom that I would like tuck it up so that it looked like it had a nice neat line. I was then asked to jump up and down for like an action shot, and the picture that was chosen for like the paper is a shot where everyone else is jumping for joy, smiles on their faces, like really happy, and like everyone's off the ground. And then in that picture, there's just me with like my hair covering my face. So like you can't tell it's me. And also my t-shirt is like written up so you can see just my belly. And I won't lie, I hate it. Like I hate it. I hate whoever chose that to be the picture, because I know there must have been other pictures. There must have been so many to choose from, and they went for that one. And I just want to say, fuck you.
It's also like, because you proper Mike Wazowski'd yourself, but also like they did you dirty the second time, because then there's like a second photo from the same shoot, which again your face is completely covered, and it's like how in both instances.
So there was another article in a different newspaper. That one I don't mind so much.
It's a different newspaper.
It's a different newspaper,
God.
It's completely different. So like there was two, like this one I'm kind of hidden behind someone else, and I'm okay with this. I don't look bad. I'm fine with it. But then later down in that picture, later down on that same article, there's just a picture of me and like two of the representatives from the kilt walk, and they were lovely ladies. They were, honestly, everyone was really lovely. I know I said fuck you to the person who chose that picture. I don't really mean it. I understand it's really difficult to find a picture where everyone looks great, and I find that oftentimes in my life, it always seems like I'm the one who's doing something weird in those pictures. So maybe I am the actual problem, and I accept that. But at the bottom of this article, me in between these two like kilt walk representatives, and above it is a caption, and the caption's like, Phoebe Anderson from this company expressed delight at being this year's medal sponsors. And then the face of delight they chose, I look scared for my life. I look petrified next to these two ladies. And you
look like you're being held at gunpoint. It's so like, it's like someone's like kidnapping you in that moment. It's so
the thing is, I just don't. You know how I said I was an extrovert? I think I'm slowly changing my mind about that. I think that I just say yes to things, and then I end up in situations, and then I realize that I hate it here, and then it's like I should say no. Like I love organizing it, and I love being part of it, because I love doing stuff for charity. Like I love helping TAF or you, or like even doing my own charity things. Like I just think it's really important to give back, and I think you can really make charity work fun. I've been raising money for charity since I was like 14. Like I always got involved and did things, and I just think it's a nice way of, you know, like time is the most valuable thing you will ever have. So if nothing else, like giving your time to doing charity stuff is just, yeah, it's nice. But yeah, I don't think I should ever be in the newspaper again. Thank you. Also, do you remember last year where I was in the newspaper and they got my name completely wrong for the same event?
It's just, it's you and like the press seems to be like a thing. But I also love the day that the first article went out. It was like, it's just the comment from you that I got that was like, why is my life a sitcom? And it's just that. It is that.
I feel like I'm living in a really budget retelling of Bridget Jones's Diary, but like not at all like that. Like, but that's the kind of like camped up comedy I'm living in. Just awkwardness, like horrendous awkwardness at all points. I've stopped making eye contact with people now. It's just easier. But if I don't look at them, they can't acknowledge me, right?
Yeah, like a T-Rex. Actually, if you remain still at all times, everyone just can't sense that you're there.
What?
Like a T-Rex, because T-Rex is based on movement. If you move in front of a T-Rex, it can see you.
It's just
if you stay still, then it's not there.
It's just like movie information.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't alive at the time of the dinosaurs, Phoebe. I'm only 30 fucking 1, not 30 fucking 1 million.
You're just so much older than me, Chloe.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's not true. That's not true.
Let me just pull out the fucking diary. Maybe I made notes in my time with the velociraptors. I don't know.
To be honest, like I feel so old. Anyway, it's not like I am old. I just feel old all the time.
No. I get that. I feel like loads of people used to say shit when I was younger that like, life begins when you're 30 or something. I feel like my life maybe hit its peak around when I was 25. I feel like that was like maybe like a great time in terms of my body, right? Because like ever since that I hit maybe around 28 and up, I feel like every day it's been like, oh, why do my knees hurt? Why is my back hurting? Why is my neck aching so much? And I know, I completely understand that I have not a very healthy lifestyle in terms of like I sit down all day every day. I have been trying to go for walks.
I was about to say, but I'm really proud of you because you've gone for daily walks since I've nagged you, and like I cannot express how proud of you I am, because it's so hard when you work from home to get out the house, but it's like it's something that is so important. Like just go for a walk even if you have no destination.
I've been trying.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I was actually upset with myself on the day before my birthday. I did my daily walk, and I didn't realize until I saw the next day I was 2 steps off hitting 10,000 steps in a day. If I had seen it literally like even 5 minutes before bedtime, I would have just got out of bed just to take 2 fucking steps.
Do you know, fun fact about the 10,000 step thing? It was a completely random thing. So the manufacturer who made those, like the first like kind of commercially available pedometers, said that 10,000 was a good daily, was the prime daily step count that you should get.
Yeah.
But this was all bogus. And then like, because this manufacturer said it, lots of scientific articles began to say it. And then it just became like, but actually 6,000 is like the actual health organization is the steps you should have for a healthy day.
Yeah.
So don't kick yourself for not getting to 10,000.
I know. I just, because I really like when, like, you know, when Fitbits do like the whole rumble thing and then it gives you like a little image of a shoe. And I'm like, yeah, I did it. And it does little confetti.
I love when I've been for a night out and it gets to 20,000. I'm like, oh, check me out, girl. I'm so healthy after I've chugged like a lot of alcohol, eating really just terrible food for me. And I'm otherwise just completely unhealthy, pale beige human being.
Well, like, look, I was like bummed that I was like, oh, literally just 2 steps. I could have just literally jumped on the spot and it probably would have been like, yeah, you did it. But so But anyway, I've been going for my daily walks, but I have quite a sedimentary lifestyle. So I understand that a lot of my aches and pains are pretty much down to that, but it has been amplified since, like, especially hitting over 30. I feel like I just hear my body a lot more than I used to when I was 25. Like when I was 20, it was like no care in the world. But 25, I was like, yeah, I kind of know my strength. I know what I can do, what I can't do. And it's like you start setting your limitations and boundaries for yourself at that age. And now I'm like, oh, what do you mean I can't touch the floor anymore? What do you mean I can't just like bend my knee without feeling like I've cracked a load of like timber at once? I don't know.
I think it's a very different experience between me and you because you were really sporty. You swam like all the time.
Sorry, Phoebe. I was sporty when I was 15.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Literally at like 16 years old, I just sat at a computer for 18 hours a day every day.
Look, there was a point in time where you were sporty, so like you have that as a counterpoint. In my life, my knees have been clicking and my hips have clicked since I was like 8. So they've always clicked. Like right. I've always had that joint like awareness. And then of course I was terrible at sports, highly asthmatic, kept breaking bones. And it wasn't until I like got into like my 20s that I was like, oh, okay, I could actually do more. I was just a lazy arsehole who refused to do anything. So now it's like, you know what? Sure, my body aches and I can listen to that, but I can also work around it and do stuff. And also, who can touch the ground?
That's what I mean.
Who can touch their toes? I've never been able to touch my toes, and I'm never going to be able to touch my toes.
I have never been able to touch my toes. But I feel like, you're 26. Like, you're literally around the age that, like I just said, like, it felt like at that time, it was like, I know what my body can do and I know the limits. I think give yourself like 5-6 years from now, and then you're going to be like, oh.
I think give me 2 weeks from now when I'm meant to be walking 20 miles, having done no preparation for it whatsoever.
I mean, speaking of the kilt walk, because it is obviously coming up pretty soon and stuff. Have you got like a page set up for any donations and stuff yet, or?
Well, Chloe, I need to get on that. I do have a page. I just haven't shared it or updated it at all. But okay, I will get on that.
Because we could be saying it on the podcast. You never know. There could be a listener that's like, I want to support this. I mean, what do you know what charities it is?
Yeah, we're doing it for the Glasgow Children's Hospital Games for the Wains campaign. So it's basically like for children who are in Scotland, basically who have to go through like very long procedures like transfusions, etc. that like could take up to like 8 hours or 9 hours. It's making sure that everyone has access to games consoles and gaming equipment for whilst they're going through procedures. Because although it's Glasgow's Children's Hospital, basically anywhere in Scotland, if you have to go for those procedures, that's where you have to go. So you're often in a strange environment, surrounded with strange people that you don't know. Your family's probably like maybe staying with you if they can, but many of them will probably have to stay, somewhere else off, or maybe you can't have access to anyone else around you, and you're going for it alone. So we just want to make sure that all those kids have got games, because as you and I both know, like games can be so important and can be such a lifeline in those times where like everything else is different and tumultuous around you.
Yeah. Games are great for like that nice little bit of escapism.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what we're doing. It's a great cause, and I need to step up my game and actually do more for it. But yeah, I'm excited. It'll be good.
You're doing amazing for it. You're going to be doing a whole fucking walk. Like, what is it? Do you say 20 miles?
Yeah, it's a 20-mile walk.
Yeah, like fucking hell. Of course you're doing a lot for it already. Don't worry.
It'll be 8 hours, and then I will not be able to walk the next day. It'll be really fun.
You're just going to collapse.
Yeah, like I think last year I only did 13, and I was pretty damn exhausted after that. So
was it still the same target last year, or was it like you kind of go for as long as possible, or like how
there was 3 walks last year, there's only 2 walks this year. So like there's the really short one, which is the Wee Wander, and then there's the Mighty Stride, which is the one I'm doing, which is the St Andrews to Dundee walk. But yeah, it'll be fun. Anyway, Chloe,
have a good time.
Thank you. Anyway, look, listeners, we didn't flip a coin. We basically just really wanted to catch up and have a chat.
Yeah,
and that's what this is. We will be back next week with like more of your usual
an actual like episode. We'll have topics to choose from and a coin toss to decide it. We just wanted to say hi to each other, and we had Phoebe and Claude. I needed to pick Phoebe's brain for that. I was also sick last week, so like
how are you
everything's
feeling,
been going. Yeah, fine. I feel like I've been hit in the face with a frying pan, but like other than that, fine.
Do you know? I was thinking it probably was because of your tooth. If your tooth was hurty.
My tooth wasn't hurting.
Okay.
That was fine. I had like some sort of weird cold flu thing, and it just, I have like the lingering headache that's like stayed there. Other than that, all the congestion shit has gone away and what have you. So I'm all good. But next week we can return to like Explaterate as normal. And I mean, I've got some little like mini games that we need to be playing soon.
Mini games, you say?
Yeah. I mean, you had so much fun with the Sporkle quiz that, like, of course, I need to get your blood boiling again sometime soon.
It's just too easy to wind me up. Like it's not a fun sport. It's just
it's so good. Hey, bada swing.
This is the point where we remind you that we have socials, so you can go and follow us on Twitter, where I will definitely post this week. I'm gonna post all the podcasts at once that I haven't posted about and be like, fancy binging a new podcast, and I'm just explaining this to you, Chloe, as I apologize because Chloe does everything. And I have one responsibility, and that responsibility
don't make it sound like I do a lot. I literally just put shit into Premiere, and I'm like, yeah, cool. There we go.
You
done.
Programmed our bots last week. You said you were ill, and then you still made we have a backup podcast, and we haven't released it yet because Chloe has been freaking double timing it out, being an absolute badass, and then I'm constantly late for these meetings. Yes, so you can follow us at Twitter or whatever the fuck it's called now.
It's like X now.
I've actually decided we're going to call it Kiss. Kisses. And like instead of tweets, they're now kisses. This is what I've decided. This is my headcanon. Like it's now Kiss.
I love
and
that.
They're called Kisses. And I think that's cute.
Okay.
And then we'll annoy Elon. You can follow us on TikTok. We posted one. It's kind of a one and done, but we might post more. You can follow us on Instagram at Explaterate Podcast. We will we were going to post your pictures of your clay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And we're going to post we should post the tortoise. Look, yes, we are actually doing a meeting, which you probably shouldn't hear on podcast, but you're hearing it because we're not editing this. It's just coming out like this. But that's basically what my mum said about me. I'm going to stop. Why do I say these things? Was there another one we have? That's it. And YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube.
Hey, Phoebe said that we had a Google platform thing or something. I don't know. I was literally like, where the fuck are you getting this information from?
Try Google. Was it Google Plus? What was that?
No, it's like Google, because Google has like a platform as well. It's like, because the same as like Amazon have a podcast platform as well as Google, and then obviously Apple and Spotify.
Wait, was it
also,
Google
hi
Hangouts?
to Apple podcast listeners. I didn't realize that there are quite a few of you. That's crazy.
We got emails that were from people we don't actually know. Crazy. Thanks for those.
We hear you. And thank you.
Actually,
we also have an email, explaterate@gmail.com. Send in anything you like.
Please email us. We actually love getting emails. It does brighten our day. Yeah. Right. Chloe, I look forward to hanging out with you later.
Hell yeah, I'm going to go make a quiz.
Bye for now.
See you later, listeners.
Nerds.
Bye.